What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, so I wanted to do a little follow-up for those who are following along with my little experiment here about renting out my cards mid-season. So just a recap for those where this might be the first video of this that you're seeing is that this is the first season I've decided to rent out my cards kind of halfway through the season. In the beginning of the season, we usually see a very large DEC rewards pool, and therefore I wanted to try and maximize my rewards, grind as much as I can until we get to maybe 1/3 of the way through the season, right? So seasons are roughly 15 days long. So once we get past 10 or 9 days left in the season, I decided to give this a try where I rented out my entire deck and using the new Peak Monsters set feature, which I love. So just want to plug that again as well. And a great job to Jarvie and the Peak Monsters team for that. And so doing that, rented it out, and now we're at about a little more than 4 days left in the season. I'm planning on taking all the cards back and grinding for not necessarily leaderboards, but I definitely want to try and see what the highest I can get at the end of the season is. So what was the point of this? There's two. One, I was a little burned out maybe and realizing that I needed to get a little time back in my day. So I wanted to run this experiment to see how much I could earn renting on my deck rather than playing and trying to grind for that DEC and the daily rewards. So I do want to note that I did give up my daily quest rewards over the last couple of days because of this. Was it worth it? I don't know. We're going to go ahead and check. But number two was the fact that I just kind of got into it. Number two was the fact that I wanted to test this out and see how much I could earn from it and to see if it was worthwhile for me to do so. So as you can see here, I am earning, as of right now, 628 DEC per day. I do have some cards that are not being rented, and I could probably put the prices down. So if you look at this, it's 628 out of 690. I would say the average over the last couple of days has been roughly between 600 to 700 DEC per day. Now, that is, I don't know what you think of that. To me, it's a decent amount, right? And the way that I'm basing that off of is because at this point in the season, I'm going to say that on average, I was winning maybe roughly 10 DEC per game. And actually, I can even go back and see this most recent one. This is 3 days ago, right? So I earned 9.2 DEC on this specific battle. So again, I'm just going to round up, play with nice easy numbers. So 600 to 700, and I was earning 10 per battle, means that I would have to win, not just play, but win 60 to 70 battles per day in order to get that DEC return from that. And that would also mean that my ECR, I'd have to take that into consideration and all that. So the only thing that I gave up in that time, like I said, the opportunity cost there was the daily rewards, the daily quest rewards. And yes, I could have gotten, who knows, a gold foil legendary if I had done it. So I'm trying to be cognizant of the fact that there was something that I gave up in doing this. It's not just all gravy. I do, though, want to recognize the fact that winning 60 to 70 games in a single day seems like quite a bit, right? So when I compare that to how much I'm earning in rentals on this, to me, I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? This isn't that terrible of a strategy. And the next time I go out of town or travel or have whatever the case is that I cannot play, I love that I'll be able to do this again and hopefully get some kind of return for my cards. Now, the other thing, and I haven't been paying as much attention to this, even though there's a big focus on it, is tournaments. So I have not been playing many tournaments lately, and that's another area in which I gave up, or it was an opportunity cost, I should say. So this isn't all, we're trading one thing for another here, right? I'm getting decent amount of passive income from my DEC or from my deck. And then from there, just trying to figure out or comparing that, I should say, to what I could have gotten had I been playing tournaments and doing my daily quests. So I want to recognize that because I'm not trying to tell everyone to go and rent out your decks. So I don't think that is the worthwhile case for everybody. In fact, especially if you are in lower leagues, and some of the comments that I got in the last video was, I don't have cards, so this isn't really viable for me. I wouldn't do something like this. Well, then don't. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to by any means. In fact, if you are at the lower levels, then keep all of that collection power, keep all of your deck together, grind every single day, get as much as you can, and start to build that your deck organically, right? Cards are still relatively cheap compared to where things were at the height of the Chaos Legion hype, which was before Chaos Legion came out, obviously. So back in November and December. So we are seeing card packs available. We're seeing cards going for pennies on the dollar in the market. So again, I'm not saying to take this strategy. I'm just trying it and testing it as an experiment, like I said. And I may do this. I may not do this every season, and I may try to do it again next season. Who knows? I'm not making any commitments here or there, but I do like the fact that there is some value in the cards that I have, and I can get value from them when I don't feel like playing or I am unable to play. So that to me, again, is just highlighting the beauty of NFT gaming and the amazing job that the Splinter Teams has done in creating a very robust ecosystem here, right? A robust ecosystem and economy that renting is so easy, both for the renter and the rentee, that I can just, in a way, throw up my entire deck. And again, shout out to Peak Monsters for this. I can throw up my entire deck to be rented, walk away for a couple of days, and come back to some extra DEC, right? So that will make up for the lack of rewards, the lack of daily quests and things like that. So big fan of this. I'm happy with how it came out. For reference, this is just for my deck. This is not my entire collection. I do have some other cards that I've collected over time that were either duplicates of the cards that I have here, or like extra rewards cards or stuff that I don't have a need for yet because I'm not fully leveled up in terms of my summoners to, the maxed out levels, or just other cards that I've invested in over time. So I am getting a little bit more than this overall if somebody's going to look at it, but what I'm trying to show you is how much my main deck is. So I went through and looked at all the cards from every single Splinter that I play with regularly, and threw that into this set, and very creatively called it my main deck. So loving this feature, loving the fact that there is still value that can be had both by me as a renter and hopefully by the people who decided to rent the cards out. Hopefully they served them well, went through and were able to win them quests, win them battles, win them tournaments. I really genuinely, sincerely say that. So I hope my cards, if you rented them out, treat you well. And before I get anybody complaining, I was trying to be transparent about this in the beginning and say that I do plan on taking my cards back before end of season. So, for everybody here who's like rented it out for days or weeks at this point, I am so sorry that I will be canceling, but that is just the system that we live in right now. And until there can be something like, I'm able to put my cards up for a set amount of days and then come back, and I know that's a feature that everybody's been asking for. I wouldn't mind using it because then there's more transparency across the board, but that's just the world that we live in now. So I apologize if it makes, if it makes things a little bit difficult for you, but I cannot control it either. So that's just a quality of life feature that we as a community will have to voice out and then vote on as things go along. So that's all I have for you guys. Wanted to share this with you. I am curious to know if you are willing to share how much you are earning on your deck if you have tried this before, and or maybe how much you would like to be earning. So maybe working towards building up your deck to earn some passive income so that you're able to do this whenever you need to step away for a couple of days. Let me know in the comment section below. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Take care.